Hello and welcome to Justeventonline News at 9. I am Fatima Siddiqui for the news headline. Subsidy removal tomorrow will be greater than today, Tinubu tells Nigerians. Illicit financial flows threatening economic stability, presidential aid disclosed. Insecurity, federal government begins 145 billion naira safe school project in 18 states. Current pension scheme, parasitic, unattractive, says NLC. Head chief warns against compromise in operation projects. FRSC begins nationwide clampdown on rickety vehicles. Federal government begins HPV vaccination against cervical cancer in Nasarawa. 51 cases of new polio variant recorded in Nigeria. WHO reveals. Tobi Amusan cleared to compete at Budapest 2023 World Athletics Championship. Now, the news in details. President Bola Tinubu has again appealed to Nigerians to bear the current pains caused by the removal of petroleum subsidy, saying the hardship of today will give way to a better tomorrow. He urged Nigerians to be patient, saying the palliatives being rolled out by the federal government would soon cushion the effect of the hardship being felt by Nigerians nationwide. The Special Advisor to the President on Revenue, Dr. Adelabu Adedeji, has said that illicit financial flows, unless checked, will continue to significantly erode domestic revenues, enable corruption, and threaten economic stability and sustainable development. The presidential aide, who spoke on Thursday in Abuja, said stemming illicit financial flows has recently topped global discussion, given its negative impact on global development agenda, as well as the governance challenge it has generated through time. The 144.8 billion naira Safe Schools initiative is expected to begin in 18 states, covering at least 48 schools in each state this year. This was as the federal government said that it has budgeted 15 billion naira to finance its Safe Schools initiative in 2023. The national coordinator of the Safe Schools initiative under the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Alima Ilia, disclosed this during a press briefing. She noted that schools in the country have struggled with persistent attacks by extremists, bandits, and kidnappers, which compelled the government to launch the initiative. The Nigeria Labour Congress on Thursday declared that the pension system in the country had failed to address the fears of Nigerian workers. In buttressing its claim, the NLC revealed that the inefficiencies in the system recently made the police to lobby the Labour Congress to speak for the exit of policemen from the country's pension scheme. The NLC president, Joe Ajero, who disclosed this in Abuja, said these issues should be looked into. The Chief of Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, has called on project officers in the service to effectively manage all NAV sites and projects to avoid wastage and failure. Abubakar warned that failed construction projects could have far-reaching consequences on the service in terms of wasted resources and compromised operational readiness. He urged officers to approach every NAV project with utmost dedication, professionalism, and diligence to deliver quality infrastructure within budget and time. The Commercial Federal Road Safety Corps Dauda Bill has ordered an immediate clampdown on all road and rickety vehicles across the country. Bill gave the directives in a statement by the Corps Public Education Officer, BC Kazim, on Thursday in Abuja. He said that all sector commanders and zonal commanding officers of the FRSC are to begin enforcing the new order with immediate effect. To reduce the mortality rate of women in Nasarawa State, the federal government has begun a vaccination of young girls between the ages of 9 and 14 years against the human papilloma virus, which is responsible for cervical cancer in women. Speaking at a one-day stakeholders engagement for the introduction of the HPV vaccine in Latvia on Thursday, the Executive Secretary of Nasarawa State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Muhammad Usman, said the aim of the vaccination is to completely eradicate cervical cancer in the state. He explained that the state is one of the 16 states that would administer the first batch of the vaccine in the country beginning from September 25, 2023. The World Health Organization has said 51 cases of circulating variant polio virus have been detected in Nigeria between January and August 13 this year. Speaking at a retreat organized by the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency in collaboration with Sultan Foundation for Traditional Leaders of Inaccessible Communities, WHO country representative to Nigeria, Dr. Waters Mulumbo, said 47 of the 51 cases are from the northwest, and majority of the cases are from states with security challenges in the region. The last on the news is sports. Tobi Amusan, the reigning world 100-meter hurdles champion and record holder, has been given the green light to compete at the upcoming World Athletics Championships set to begin this Saturday in Budapest, Hungary. This clearance provides Amusan with the opportunity to defend the only title in her career that she has yet to defend, following a successful retention of her Nigeria African Championships, African Games, Commonwealth Games, and Diamond League titles. Come to the end of the news. Here's a recap of the story. Subsidy removal tomorrow will be greater than today, Tinubu tells Nigerians. Illicit financial flows threatening economic stability, presidential aide disclosed. Insecurity, federal government begins 145 billion naira safe school project in 18 states. Current pension scheme, parasitic, unattractive, sales NLC. Head chief warns against compromise in operation projects. FRSC begins nationwide clampdown on rickety vehicles. Federal government begins HPV vaccination against cervical cancer in Nasarawa. 51 cases of new polio variants recorded in Nigeria. WHO reviews. Tobi Amusan cleared to compete at Budapest 2023 World Athletics Championship. Thank you for watching Just Events Online News. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com and to read more updates. Follow us on our social media platforms with a tap at Just Events Online. You can also send us an email on justeventsonline@gmail.com. I am Fatima Siddiqui. Do have a lovely weekend.